is the 10th anniversary of the ISIS invasion in Iraq, and the Christian community there is still recovering. In August 2014, ISIS invaded the Nineveh Plains. The aggression forced the entire Christian population to flee for their lives, with more than 13,000 families flocking to Iraq's Kurdistan region. In 2016, Iraqi forces liberated the region. Since then, roughly 9,000 families have returned. And we turn now to Archbishop Bashar Warda, the Archbishop of Erbil, Iraq. Your Excellency, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. What do you remember most about that time 10 years ago? What was it like then, and what are you hearing from people who were forced to flee?
Well, the most, horrific scene was seeing all of these families coming with almost nothing, coming to the churches and getting inside the church buildings, the schools, the streets, and what you call the gardens of Ankawa, and all the streets of Ankawa were full of almost over 13,000 families. And you could really see the cry, the exhaustedness, because some of them walked probably 14 hours just to reach to Ankawa. And there were so many whys. Why this happened to us, why we were left alone, why God have allowed this. A lot of these whys were there. And we were just there, to help as much as we can. But most important was to listen to them and to pray, and asking them to pray for that in that very difficult moments.
What is life like today, especially for the faithful? Are there signs that things are returning to normal?
Well, around 9,000 families were able to go back again to these villages. But, there is always the whole, issue, the political, what you call, scene difficulties that we have now in the Middle East is just a big threat to the stability of the region. And probably, this would affect everyone in the Middle East. God forbids any escalation of the violence and the war and attacks. This could really lead to another disaster that none of us saying Christian, Yazidis, Muslim, is really ready to bear more of these horrific scenes.
What would you want folks to know who are watching tonight about, what has happened over there in Iraq and where things are right now?
I would love to remind all of their moral responsibility towards the region, and especially towards the Christians and Yazidis who've been really suffering as a collateral damage of all of the political decisions that changed everything since 2003 and followed. So yes, as a Christian, we are grateful to all the help that we have received from so many Christians and churches, NGOs, Aid to the Church in Need, Knights of Columbus, so many Chaldeans around the world. But still, and not to mention USAID and State Department, all of the people who've been really helping us, and you as a faithful praying for us. But still, there is a need for prayer and reminding everyone that we are responsible for you, brothers and sisters in Middle East.
Archbishop Warda, always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. And we are praying.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you.